This is one of those games to me where it's kind of like a lose-lose, but nevertheless, you got to go out and win it, if you know what I mean. It's a lose-lose because even if you beat them, the naysayers are going to say, well, you still got to beat them when it counts.
But that helps you get there when it counts. That's the Super Bowl. So you need one, Steiny. Come on now. This team, just like you said, you got Dallas, and right now they're struggling. But if you could get this to be 4-3 headed into that game, and you got me excited for Niner fans, and then you take care of business against Dallas 5-3 with all that you've had to endure on and off the field going into the bye. I don't think it gets any better than that.
Jamie in San Carlos. Let's get us going. Jaime. What's up, Jaime? How you doing, buddy? Oh, boy. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
About your Cowboys, bud.
Hey,
that's all good, man.
And they are looking rough. They are looking rough right now. But so one matchup that people aren't talking about is Dominic Booney versus Chris Jones. If that kid can hold up versus Chris Jones, we got a shot. Okay. Second of all, yesterday I was driving in Menlo Park, and I look over a stoplight.
Oh.
And I said, no way. I said, CMC, what's going on, bud? He goes, hey, what's up? He seemed in good spirits and basically made it seem like he's coming back soon.
Wow.
Oh, he's coming back.
He ran into him in traffic.
I think he's coming back. It's going to be after the bye, Jaime, but I think he's coming back.
Wow.
And then we got a ball game.
No doubt.
Can you go beat the Chiefs, though, with Jordan Mason, assuming he's healthy, which I'm going to assume he's healthy?
Well, that's Matt Barrows at 12.
Exactly. Matt
Sprained
Barrows.
ACL, what is it, joint? A sprained AC joint.
Correct. Yeah. 650 says, Goo, I seen you at the Warriors game. I tried calling out to you, but it was pretty loud, so I couldn't get your attention.
Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga.
What about him? What did he do?
On fire from deep. I think he's, 9 of 12 or 8 of 11 from 3 in preseason. He's been in the lab.
Hey, we'll get into some Warriors either later today or this week, but I like what I'm seeing. I do. It's a team game, Goo.
Yeah.
No individuals anymore. It's about the team, first and foremost. Let's go to Tony in Oakland. Let's talk about the team, Tony. How you doing, man? What's going on? Hey.
And since you were talking about Nick Sirianni, happy Columbus Day.
Oh.
Without Italians, this country would have gone down the drain fast.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah.
Usually I call in, so I hope Bonte is not thinking I'm unfaithful now calling into your show.
We're all a family, Tony. We're all a family. Yeah, we're all a family.
Oh, excellent, because we could win against Mahomes next Sunday. All we got to do is squelch Shanahan. We got to change up here. He could be the offensive coordinator for the day with his little notes in front of him and be all nerdish. And we got to bring in Lynch. The general manager has some stuff. He could get the guys going on the sideline. He's got to dress like a coach and be out there too. This is the way we could do it, because these days it doesn't matter if we're down or up in the fourth. It seems like we're just going to lose because Shanahan is not a closer. He's not a battlefield commander. So we got to bring in Lynch.
All right.
Wow, Tony.
We
won't tell Ponte. Yeah, wow. She calls her own too.
Does she?
Tell. Yeah, great stuff.
This is an interesting take from the 630. Steiny, I'm looking at this game in a different way. Both teams are suffering from major injuries. A win will be great, but we won't learn anything, even in a loss. Both teams are not at full strength. Beating the best when they're not at their best isn't a measuring stick. That's Chicago Jason.
Well, one team has 0 blemishes, and the other, the Niners, have 3. So this does mean something. We're going to learn something. This that get-right game. Steiny, you got to dig down.
They got right against the Seahawks.
No excuse. Yeah, to get to 500.
Yeah.
And also the caller before, Tony, Steiny, he said something. Chris Jones, I believe, not Mahomes, is the biggest reason that the Niners lost those 2 Super Bowls. He was disruptive, and he was disruptive when it was go time. So to come up with a plan to kind of keep him at bay and keep him off Brock Purdy's back, I mean, that. I know there's, hey, Guru, we can take an hour and, talk about this game and all the nuggets or whatnot, but that's a big one. How do you keep him at bay?
Did you hear And this is where radio's theater of the mind.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear what they're playing on Kansas City's flagship radio station?
That I did not.
Okay.
Help me out.
Okay. I got to play something for you in about 5 minutes.
All right. Look at my man.
And it may wind some people up. It may not. But I gotta play it because it's kind of interesting. Mike's in San Francisco. Wants to talk Kansas City and the Blue Angels. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, about the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
They flew on Sunday. They flew on Thursday. They flew on Friday. They did not fly on Saturday.
All right.
They had one of the planes was up scoping it out, and there's just a little bit too much fog rolling in through the Golden Gate, so they didn't do the show on Saturday for
Gotcha.
safety reasons.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The game this week, I think it's too close to call. I definitely think it means more to the 49ers just because of where they are in their record versus the Chiefs. But it'll be a good game, but hard to say who's going to pull it off.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I do think it means more than the Niners.
Oh, come on. I'm with you.
Yeah. 650.
What we got?
Guru said he would not bring up the Super Bowl losses when Week 1 was here due to it being a new season. He lied again. Never.
You had it again. Yeah, play. You're all right.
I lied again and worries about everything and lives in a fantasy land. Should have, would have. Take all that nonsense and keep it to yourself.
Yep, but this is the week where you bring that up.
No!
That's why this game means a lot,
this is
man.
when you can't.
This is just one of 17, but this means, come on, man. This is the team that prevented you from winning 2 Super Bowls. You had them,
Well,
and you
I
let
would
them
say
off the
this.
hook.
I
I'm
would
going
say
Darryl
this.
Green. Shout out Dan Green. But you get what I'm saying. You want to send a message. The Chiefs are undefeated right now. Like you say, if they drop one, they keep moving. The Niners drop one, they keep moving. But if the Niners drop one, Steiny,
Yep.
we're talking about for 6 days, they're 3-4. Nobody wants that.
No, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Steve-O in San Francisco. He's got a feeling on this game. What's up, Steve-O? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Great weekend, and thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I think the Niners should win this. They're at home, and they've got to have a little bit of a chip on the shoulder to be 0-5 against these guys. But I think it's coming down to the coaching. It's going to all come down to the coaching. Shanahan's got a monkey on his back from the Super Bowl OT flub, and it's going to be the first matchup with Reed against Sorensen, really. That's going to be the big matchup. I think it's going to come down to scheme and play calling.
Well, and that's a
He's
good
right.
point.
All of it.
And Andy Reid usually does a lot of damage in this kind of situation. I guess the silver lining is the Niners have had some extra time to prepare. So we will see. But they're kind of sticking it to the Bay Area in Kansas City. This is our flagship station in Kansas, not ours,
Right.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
What are they
flagship
mad at?
station.
They've won the last 2 Super
They're
Bowls
sticking
against
it
the
to,
Niners.
yeah, exactly. So they're taking their shots.
All right.
Take a listen. It's kind of interesting.
Remember when an NFL coach who wears a flat-brimmed hat decided to receive the ball to start overtime and then went limp and kicked a field goal after already losing a Super Bowl 4 years earlier to the same team? Yeah, us too.
Right side throw, touchdown! Kansas City! Nicole Hardman!
Chiefs and Niners, Sunday at 3:25, right here on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5, The Fan.
That's not very fair.
Wow, and that should get fans riled up. I was wrong, Steiny. If you didn't hate them, you got, good God. Man. Nicole Hardman. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They still think of the overtime.
Now, the caller did say something that, Steiny, I don't want to disagree with, but if you look at this season in totality, yeah, it's about the coaches. They matter and being prepared. But when you have plays where the players got to execute, like Ronnie Bell, that was a great call, but Kyle gets no credit for it because the player didn't hold up his end of the bargain. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going? You catch that ball and you kick the field goal and get out of there with the win. So that can go so far. The players got to do their part too.
This from the 341. The 3-3 record seems okay. The losses this year to the Rams and the Cardinals feel very similar to the losses we had at the beginning of the year during Trey Lance's first year as a starter. Remember, the Niners lost to the Bears, who ended up going 3-14. They lost to the Broncos, who went 5-12 that year in the first month of the season. They should bounce back from those losses like they did in 2022. One of the reasons I think this is a big game is not just because it's the Chiefs, but it's because who's looming after the Chiefs. And this marks the point of the season where the schedule definitely changes. It gets a lot more difficult. And so you put yourself in a little bit of a hole with the 3-3 record. And so now you've got to make up some ground. And the first way you could do it is by beating the Kansas City Chiefs and then knocking off the Cowboys.
On Sunday Night Football, yeah.
I don't want to really get into the Cowboys yet because obviously that's 2 weeks away. But these next two games leading into the bye week clearly are hugely important because you don't want to go into the second half of the season any worse than 4-4.